Hey guys, what's going on? Wanted to come on for a minute. We're taking a break out here today. It's so hot today. It's like 80 something, 84 degrees, 85 degrees. It's pretty dang hot. But I wanted to come on just for a quick second because you know me, when I sit around and take breaks like this, I start thinking, right? And when I start thinking, I stop, Ruby. I kind of start thinking outside the box a little. So y'all gonna get to see the clouds rolling in today. It's so pretty out here. It's a beautiful day. It's just hot. But what I wanted to talk about was a little bit about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Just a little quick thing that I was thinking of while I'm out here today. I'm starting to come on and kind of just express when I think of something so I don't forget about it. And if y'all see the drones, they're up there somewhere flying around. But I did want to, of course, allegedly, this is my big alleged bubble, right? This is just my thoughts, my theories, my speculations, my free speech. All alleged. Don't take it as fact. Take it as a grain of salt at the bottom of the ocean, right? Trigger warning times 100 million. But Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers is the focus of our way of viewing this case. It's not about the drama and the BS, right? That needs to pass on. I think more of the truth came out early than will ever come out now. And that's why I think that looking back at the older interviews and the older things, I think are going to hold a lot of more answers, right? Kind of what I'm fixing to talk about right now. Because, if you do remember, first he went to bed at 9, then he went to bed at 10. Okay, if he went to bed at 10 p.m., for one, according to you, Miss Mama Bear, you're on the phone with your husband at, what time did y'all get on the phone? 9:46 or 9:43, right? p.m. They got on the phone. Okay, so that means when you heard the thud, you were on the phone with Christopher. Okay, so one question I have then, and this question might have already been out there, I don't know. But to me, it's new. Say that you were on the phone chit-chatting. Y'all haven't been on the phone long by 10 p.m. That's when you heard the thud. Okay, so if Chris was your voice from the first interview on, why didn't he bring it up? He was on the phone with you. You must have said something. Oh, there's a thud. And if you hollered out to Sebastian, he might have been wondering why you hollering out. Well, I heard a thud. Okay, so as much as he spoke for her during all these interviews, pretty much, why didn't he bring it up in the very first interview? Since he has everything so mapped out, right, crystal clear. If it's all crystal clear, Mr. Christopher, how come you didn't bring up the thud? Because I don't believe a thud happened. I think it was added in. I think she was trying to cover tracks in any way possible in case something was found out. And I really did. I really was thinking about that this morning. I was like, he's so freaking crystal clear. Then how come he wasn't the one to discuss it? And then another thing that's really bugging me is what I can't get over, every time I play it and it's at around the 3 minute and 20 second mark, something like that, 53, 54 mark, somewhere around in there, is when she lets out that laugh. I'm going to ask a very important question. And then he kind of takes over from there. And that's what gets me, is all the taking over he was doing. How come that wasn't brought up? And how come they didn't do an interview with Seth in the beginning? I wonder why they didn't all three do an interview together. There's got to be a reason for that. I'm wondering, was Seth wanting to talk to the media in the very beginning and they were telling him no? Or was he just kind of going along with them, trying to figure it out, sitting back, watching, trying to see their reaction, see how they were acting, see if it was making sense, see if it was adding up? Was he doing more of investigating of them in the very beginning, trying to figure out, why are they not at this command center? Why are they not over here holding hands, begging for Sebastian to be home? Why are they? And I think it just started piling on him. And somebody, either he realized it or somebody else read, you know what? These two are not helping you at all, said. And is that what changed the tune? Or was it something else that changed the tune? Like her shoving the phone in his face. And like trying to be defensive about everything. That's a sign of guilt as well. So really the signs of guilt have been there since the get-go, when they never begged for this child. And he was more of a headache to them, I think, than anything else. And it was more about Chris getting to come home so Katie wouldn't just become wife number 5 and be soon forgotten. And you know another one that did this? Jen Soto protected Stephen Stern till the end. And Katie and Chris have defended each other till the end, just like Don and Candace Wells. But down deep, they have to live with it, knowing that they know what happened most likely, in my opinion, right? Only in my opinion. But I do feel, I don't know how they're able to look at themselves in the mirror every day. And maybe that is why they eat so much. You know, depression is really rough with food. A lot of people tend to turn to food to try to hide their pain or their guilt. And it does happen a lot more than we know. It's just wondering, as I sit out here and we've been wandering around here, and I'm thinking, I wish I was in Tennessee, right? Because days like this is perfect day for searching. Yes, it may be hot and it may be tough, but it's okay. That's where we have to, our best luck is pretty days. And I don't know, I'm trying to figure out why so many things are now trying to look to me like they tried to cross every I and dot every T from the get-go, but they made a few little errors. Not a lot, but they did make a few errors. One Tinkerbell video, but they threw the flashlight in there knowing they'd probably get caught. The no shoes, I think, because they totally forgot about the shoes. Because he was ready for bed, so totally he didn't have shoes on. So yeah, they forgot about the shoes. It was more of a quick reaction, I believe, to get him out of that house than it was to worry about what he was wearing. But still, all in all, we got to think about the FBI flyer, because it clearly does state that he was seen on February 26th in the area of Stafford Court. So is that the Tinkerbell light, or is it a different video? I'm really starting to wonder if it's now a different video. And they do have him on footage somewhere, like I thought about, where maybe she put him out at midnight when she hung up with Chris, because he was acting, maybe they weren't getting along while she was on the phone with Chris, and it was causing problems, and she just said, well, then go live with your dad, right, like some people think, and put him out the front door. But I don't think he would have went out barefooted, really, I don't. But if he had new shoes, then that would explain why there was possibly a sighting, but not a scent trail picked up. Or was it, like some people say, you're not taking those shoes I bought you to your dad's, go barefooted, or go in your socks. I would have liked to have, I would think though, if he was seen in socks or shoes, most of the time FBI puts every little detail on their flyers. So I think if he'd had shoes on, they'd have said black shoes with, white trim or something, right? Or they would have said a color of socks. Or, a lot of cases they do this. So that's why I'm wondering, maybe he was really barefoot. And maybe what they're seeing was two people carrying this child and they can't make out who the two are. Because we clearly can't make out who those two are. If that picture is real and FBI does have that photo, I think they would have put out something a long time ago and said, hey, this vehicle, kind of like the Kohlberg case or any of them, this vehicle is in question. So if you can find this vehicle, please reach out, year, make, model, whatever, guess, rough estimate. And then two people seen, light colored clothing, whatever. Like, I think they would have put that out if that would have been the case. I think they would at least put out a grainy picture of it. That's why I don't know if that's real or not. But it could possibly be real. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm just saying it doesn't look real to me. But there is a possibility that I'm looking at it wrong. I know some people see pictures differently. Some people might can look at that and clearly see the image. I can't. I've tried every which way. I've tried turning it over. I've tried turning it around. I've tried everything, and I just can't, with magnifying glass, I just can't make anything out that looks like really two people. But if there is someone seen in that area walking along the edge of the roadway at midnight or whatever time the FS is saying, that would make sense because she just got off the phone with Chris, which means he was on his way. Hey, put him outside, I'm on the way, right? I'll get him. And then something bad happened and he wasn't out there and it took him a while to find him, and that's why they had to both use their flashlights, is because maybe they couldn't locate him? Or was it something totally different? Did Chris stay there and then Kathy and Terry went and picked up Sebastian? I don't know. Was it Chris's sister? Was it a cousin? Was it someone they paid? I really don't know. And I still wish they would have put that money, instead of paying the FS investor, I wish they would have put that money into the reward fund. I really do. I mean, yes, that guy he's got a lot of images and a lot of footage, and I'm hoping that he's going to release some more. I really want to see the shadow that they think is a person clad in all black. I want to see if it's clearly barefoot or has shoes and socks on. You know, some of this information. But I feel if it was clearly the evidence that they're seeking this is, somebody would have been arrested by now, I feel. I mean, if they've had these tapes since the get-go, they've had time to enhance them, look at them, view them, whatever, right? No, Ruby. And I feel that if it was something very good and relevant, like these photos that we're seeing now, if they would have held something to the whereabouts of this young man, there would have been an arrest. So maybe it is true. Maybe they really do have absolutely hardly nothing. Or is it a grand jury and it takes time and they're doing it secretly? And I understand those happen a lot, and they're gag ordered and they're sealed and nobody knows about them. You can't even say you testified, right? Like, in sealed. That's why I wondered why in the Brian Kober case, when his parents had to testify in that Dana Smithers case, if it's sealed and gag ordered, why were they able to talk about it? Why were they even able to talk about testifying in it? See, I don't know. I don't know all that. I don't understand all that. But I feel if they had something really, really solid and they weren't hunting for another piece of the puzzle. I mean, that last update thing saying they had canines and drones ready on standby, here we go, or whatever, however they put it. I think they're waiting on something to come in, something else, maybe. Because we know that I believe they thought it was the landfill. They checked it wasn't. I think now Katie probably weighed that trash can down on purpose. I'm really starting to feel that way, just to throw them off. I think she wore his shoes to try to leave a scent, and it didn't work because her sweaty feet took over his feet, his scent. She was on all black that night, same as Sebastian. So everything to me added up to, if someone's seen out there in all black, clad black, it's probably Katie. And she might have had his cap on and thrown it in that pond. That's possible. She could have been walking all over there thinking she was leaving a trail and wasn't. But if they'd have checked her scent for those dogs, they probably would have followed the trail. But I don't know. That we'll never know, right? We just have to keep our hopes up, keep our prayers up for this young man, and keep the fight up. But it's something that I wanted to bring up. Why didn't Chris bring up the thud? If he was speaking for her on everything, and everything was crystal clear to where there's no speculation, no nothing, why did he not bring up the damn thud? Why not? Yep, makes plenty of sense to me. Why not, right? Because it probably never happened. Probably a bunch of BS, bogus, like everything else they did. They just like try to throw stuff out there, and some of it stuck, some of it didn't. But still, all in all, maybe their testimony that they gave to the police did add up to what they're saying. I don't know, maybe they gave them 3 versions like she gave us 3 versions, right? Maybe. Anyway, we just have to continue to focus on finding Sebastian. That's what it's about. Shout out to everyone out there helping. We'll be back quickly within the next, 7, 8 days, 6, 7 days. We'll be back. 7, 8, 9 days, 10 days. We'll be back out there. And we're going to spend a few days this time. I don't care anymore about who sees us or whatnot. Doesn't matter. Let's just focus on trying to find this young man and find any answers we possibly can find. I want to search over there by the Bowersox home in those woods. There's some other areas I want to search. And, you know, some of them I'm going to keep private because I really don't want... I've had permission from certain people to search, and I don't want to throw that out there. So there's a couple that I need to do on my own. But if anybody wants to help out, reach out by email, you know, and we'll see what we can't do, because the year anniversary is coming up. We need to find this young man before the year anniversary. Unless that's the date that they're waiting on to make the whatever they're going to do, right? But we'll get there before the anniversary of a year, so we'll have a chance to search our areas first. But maybe we'll be there and something will happen. Maybe the arrest or something will go down, or maybe something new will break while we're down there. That'd be good. So anyway, y'all guys, be good, be safe. We love y'all guys. Hope y'all didn't mind staring at all these beautiful clouds. It's better than walking around getting dizzy, right? But our break is up. We got to get back to work. So y'all guys have a good one. We're metal detecting also today, so we're going to start digging probably later today or tomorrow morning. So we'll bring y'all with us on the digs. I think y'all like that. Now, I enjoy it. I enjoy digging up whatever we mark just to see if we get lucky. Find these dang keys. Anyway, y'all guys, be good, be safe. We love y'all. Remember, alleged use of my opinions. Trigger warning. Justice for Sebastian Rogers. Justice for all the missing, all the voices. They need us. They need our prayers too. Prayers always help. God always has a plan, and I hope that plan is to bring this young man home fast. It's been long enough. All right, guys, we'll talk later. Y'all be good. Bye.